Keychain. Today we have update 6.5.0. Now the Amazon App Store does have this update. If you guys really want to see the stuff in the update, or you're having troubles with the Google version, consider making the switch over to the Amazon App Store. We've been getting the updates sooner, and if you are a spender, you're going to save money over at the Amazon App Store. And there's other videos for that, and I can answer questions about it if you feel the need to ask or you want guidance on that. I'd be happy to help. So getting to the actual patch, the things that are different, the major updates for this version, the new coat of arms, and they're called Earth coat of arms, and they are 3.2 million materials to craft, which is pretty expensive, but doable. And the stat gains, of course, are pretty large. Now keep in mind that each one of these you times by 4, because there's 16 total coat of arms. So a stat gain of going from a legendary Thunderbolt for all troop stats up to legendary of Earth is what, 130% roughly, a little bit under 130%. Well, that's times 4. So you're gaining, just over 500% all troop attack on the higher end players. And then for each of these, your infantry, attack, defense, health, etc., going from a legendary down here 500%, totaling around 2,000 times 4, up to just around 880. So basically doubling what the is possible. So, well, not quite, but it's like going up to what, 3,300%, or 3.3k, however you want to say it. If you had just the new coat of arms, it's pretty big. And if you're like me, I'm going to be going from like precious, maybe flawless on some of these at 300%, jumping right into getting 500%. So each one of these I replace is going to be a 200% increase in my stats for whichever one I pick. So it's going to be a big deal, and it's a big stat gain. So we'll see some pretty big numbers, and I think if we keep going on the rate that we're going on, we're going to see some 20k stats in the next couple of months. And it's hard to keep up with, and if you're feeling the pressure, reduce your spending. If you feel like it's too expensive but you're still having fun playing the game, play as a light spender or a free to play. Like some of us do that, and it'll be okay. Now the next major thing in this update, there's a few. The new research scholar set is fantastic, and it was on sale for $10. I highly recommend buying it. Buying the research gear set and the $5 research gems, it's going to save you so many millions or billions of resources over the course of your Guns of Glory, gameplay. It's worth it. Unless you're already maxed out on research, maybe it won't be as worth it for you. But for me, I'm not anywhere close. My current research trees, they're not anywhere near done. They're barely peaking. So the other piece of that, and I'll show that set in a second. The other piece of that is the new research. They have the estate development research, which gives us better trade capacity, and that increases quite a bit. Like this one's percentage based. This one is a hard stat trade capacity, which is going to increase all the way up to 400,000 additional. Or are those pluses? They might be increasing. Those are all pluses, so they're not going from one to the next. They're increasing each time, it looks like. I'd have to verify that by doing it. But it's an increase in trade capacity. There's more increased trade capacity down here, all the way up to 600k again. And then even more percentage-based trade capacity down here. So you'll be able to start trading after doing this research and sending massive amounts of resources rather than what we have right now. So that'll be nice. And then there's also some extra research, construction, warehouse protection, that type stuff in here. The other major update to a research tree was the war machine, and this one's a big deal for your combat stats. So all of these on the right side here, these weapon enhancements and shield enhancements, they are damage reduction stats. And if you guys have been playing for a while, damage is a very, very important stat. It has a huge effect on the amount of kills and losses and things like that happen. So increasing your infantry versus damage reduction and increasing that by almost 10% is going to be pretty big. And that's all of these. They alter the damage stats in some way. They're either infantry versus damage, infantry versus cavalry, going both ways. So you can kind of decide if you want to be offensive or defensive or which ones you want to max out first, but you should start working on these. I'm going to shift my focus. They're important enough. I'm going to shift my focus on my own game away from hospital capacity into these new ones, because the scale of the battles that are happening, me increasing my hospital capacity by another 50k, it'll say 50k troops, but if I have an additional 5% damage reduction, it might save 150,000 troops, when my castle gets attacked. So it's going to be a bigger difference, and it's going to be something you're going to want to keep in the back of your mind and start focusing on when you're spending your scholar scrolls, that you're going to have to get that done. Okay, other major things. So they added 4 times the equipment set quick swaps. So now you can have 4 different pre-programmed sets of equipment, which is awesome. So I've got my war gear, I have my healing and training set, I have my Splendor set for construction, and then I have my research set with my research gems. This is what the set looks like, and it's a great set. So looking here, it's got the total bonus benefits for this. You get instant research speed up, and you also gain 10% off research speed. But then looking at the benefits, so that's every single time you research. If it had a wood or food requirement, they're going to minus right off the top 2.1 million resources, and an additional 10% off the total for food. Just this one piece. And this piece is going to do even more wood and then iron requirements. The hat is going to do silver requirements and iron requirements. The book is going to do wood and food again with percentage of wood reduction. This one's going to do even more wood, and this one's going to do iron and silver again. Now let's look quickly at the difference in cost with and without. And let me take, for example, combat. Let's go into here and let's go to the combat. Let's just do cavalry health 1. Right now it's free. And we'll go a little farther and let's go to cavalry defense 2 over here. It's free. This middle category, infantry defense 2, 4.4 million wood, that's it. And where else was I? The troop attack. So this one's still expensive, but look at this. Troop attack 2, it's around 13 million food, 55 million wood, 500k silver, and 2.1 million iron. Now let's take this set off and watch what the cost of that upgrade is going to be. You'll see. So let's get back in here. Let's go to the troop attack 2, which was down here. Now look at the costs. So 25 million food, 88 million wood, 4.4 million iron, and just under, 950k-ish silver. You can see that's a big difference in resources on just one single research. Now, as you go higher to the right side of the tree, research gets more expensive. So you can see that if your research tree is anything like mine and it's not maxed out, buy the set. Especially while it's cheap. I don't know if they're planning to keep it that cheap. I'm glad that they released it. It's an awesome deal, and I'm super happy that I get to save a lot more resources for $10. Now compare that also to what they value resources at, and you'll see that it's a good deal that way too. So, for example, if I was going to buy food or any of these resources for $5, you're going to get these for 30 days. But it came out to basically like 2.5 million food times 30 days, and it's like for $5 they're valuing, you know, a little over 80 million food at $5, and that's similar to the other resources. So for them to give a set for $10 that is going to save you billions of resources, that's a really good deal. I was expecting the set to be $100, or even like they did the Splendor set and make it $50 a piece. So I was pleasantly surprised that it was cheap, and that's a huge win for the low spenders. Now, what else did they add? I think they added one more thing that I'm forgetting. Let me take a look in here. I did city development, war machine, new equipment set, the coat of arms, and they did some optimizations. On the honor chest, they said they increased the experience for the challenges. I looked through. I don't see a huge difference, but I think they just rounded everything up to even numbers. So before, they had weird numbers in here, like for this Lord XP, it was like 388. And they increased it a little bit so that they're even numbers and maybe people don't have to math as hard. Like these are all 500 even, and before I think they were 488 or 498. So I think they just evened everything up, made it even experience numbers, so it's easier to plan what you need to do to get your next tier of chest open. Now looking in here, they've added the Earth coat of arms, and I don't see anything else different inside of here. So that's something to look at as well. I'll probably be doing an honor chest video some point this month. We'll see. I think that's it. Oh, time targets. So you'll get free gold for your previous upgrades, or if you're one of the people that's upgrading even further right now, you'll unlock gold along the way as you upgrade your Earth coat of arms. And I almost forgot the biggest. This champion gifts. They're calling it champion gifts, but they're not gifts. You have to buy stuff to earn them. It's bonuses. So champion bonuses for purchasing. Now let's scroll down here. The thing that they're advertising on this that's, you know, special is this March skin. These frost walkers. So even to get the 7-day frost walkers, the top up is 105,000 gold. If you do a $100 pack, you get 30k gold. So this is over $300. It's like 330. No, it's even more than that. God, it's like 350, you know, dollars for a 7-day skin. And then if you want the permanent version, there's 2 of these, and this is a little deceptive, and we don't know how this is going to work. The first time they give a permanent one is at 120,000 gold. So that would be, what, $400? Or is that 1.2? No, that's 1.2 million. So that would be $4,000. And then the final one down here for 3 million gold, they have, it's a second permanent March skin with an envelope. Does that mean you can mail this to somebody? That would be a nice gift, and maybe you can give it to your farm or your significant other or somebody else, or, you know, do whatever you want with it. But for 3 million gold, you get a second permanent Frostwalker skin and a gift envelope, which the 3 million gold top up is 10,000 US dollars at the current pack rates and top up values. So it's a lot of money. It's not something I'll see, but I know that some people will probably hit that. And then if you are one of those people, let me know if you're able to gift envelope the second permanent Frostwalker skin to somebody. or send it to me. um, yeah, I don't think you can mail cross server with these, so it's unlikely. But if it is mailable, that's okay. I really think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe, all that stuff. And leave me some comments. Let's have some discussions about the new stuff. Tell me what you think about everything, and we can talk about it. So thank you for watching.